This is Oscar Bevis for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wow Hydrate and available on DAZN. Back with Mr. Eddie Hearn. Thanks for giving me some more of your time. I'm sure you're going to be sick of the Stomping Ground by the end of the week.
Very sick, very sick. I mean, in fact, if it was Parsons, I wouldn't actually bother. I'd just bin him off. But you get another 3 minutes. Congratulations.
I take that as a compliment. And we'll times them 3 minutes by 3 minimum. Johnny Fisher versus Alen Babic, brilliant fight. It's going to be a brilliant night on Saturday. The football is involved, a little bit of spice at the press conference as well. It's just shaping up to be a fantastic week from here on in.
Yeah, I think that, we know that Johnny Fisher's a massive ticket seller, but what we're seeing is, obviously we know he does big numbers digitally and across social, but what we're actually seeing is a lot of media interest. I mean, a lot of outlets reporting on the fight. I mean, even Sky Sports have even reported on this fight, and that's because of the draw of Johnny Fisher. And, we know that tickets have gone very well, but I think he's going to rate very well as well. And, that's helped by the character and personality of Alen Babic. I mean, he's gold dust at press conferences. He was brilliant up there. And a lot of fighters say a lot of things, but actually that Alen Babic is going to do exactly what he says, which is to come out, put his head on Johnny Fisher's chest and try and wear him down and go to war with him. Now, is that a good idea or not? Probably not, but I don't think he's got any choice.
It's the idea we want to see.
Yeah, that's the fight. And this fight could be over inside 3 rounds. Or it could go really deep and be a treacherous night for Johnny Fisher, but let's find out what we got.
Did you think you was going to be in the firing line at one point?
Nah, he's like Alen. I mean, Alan's a gentleman. I wouldn't beat up some weakling like me, but I think he is a great talker. He means it as well. Like, it's not like he's just all show. He's a very, very tough man, Alen Babic. But this is actually quite an important fight for him as well, because I feel like if he gets beat on Saturday night, I'm not sure where the big fights lie for him. So he must get the win. Good win for him last time out against Steve Robinson. But this is a level above, in my opinion. Yeah,
when I spoke to Alen after the press conference, he said at one point he was your favourite, and now he's not. And when he beats Johnny, he'll be your favourite again. Yeah. I was kind of getting at the point that that's just how the boxing game is. At one point,
well,
you
not really. I mean,
you had a closer relationship, and now you're enemies.
They started having conversations with other people. Alen Babic was never under contract with us, but they started having conversations with other people. There was a purse bid. He went to Poland. That fight was on Sky. He got beat. Again, it's the same old thing, really. If a fighter or their management team don't want to, and to be fair, we never offered Alen Babic a long-term contract, so he was well within his right to do all that. But I love Alen Babic. I think he's great, and it's nothing personal when he goes off elsewhere to take a fight. I think he took, his last fight was on Sky, no problem, and now he lands a big fight here. And if he wins here, he's going to land another big fight with us. So. Yeah, it's just the roller coaster and the roundabouts of professional boxing. Yeah.
Just in terms of Johnny, he's had 2 amateur fights, university level amateur fights, 10 or 11 in the professional ring now. How far can he actually go? Because even at this point, he's still inexperienced.
I honestly think that Johnny Fisher is a world heavyweight prospect. Can he be world class? There's a long way to go. But when he turned professional, I believe that he could win Southern area titles and maybe English titles. Now, I think if he doesn't win British and European titles, I actually think he's underachieved. I think he's got all the attributes of what you want from a heavyweight. He's fast, he's got a good engine, he's strong, he punches hard, he's got a good chin. And if you can blend that with natural ability and a good trainer and someone that's willing to learn, get top sparring around the world, you've got a guy that's going to be a contender. So Saturday will tell us a lot more.
And he can sell tickets.
Yeah, cool. Our biggest ticket seller in the country, by far, personally. But that support continues to grow, and he's going to become a star.
I guess they don't come around very often. Just from your perspective, is there? I don't want to use the favouritism word, but is there a little bit, because he's an Essex boy as well? It just kind of works.
I like Johnny. I like Johnny's dad. I like his family, and they're from a similar area, and we're all kind of similar people. To be honest with you, and I think they're good, genuine, honest, hard-working people. And I think that's one of the reasons why the support is what it is. People just look at those guys and go, they're like us, we're all like, and that's what Essex is like. That's what a lot of counties or towns or cities are like. It's like one of our own. Yeah. But the support's not just coming from Essex, it's coming from Exeter, it's coming from Ireland, Scotland, and, it's a great story.
He said Australia.
He's massive in Australia. His dad went out to Australia. They're selling out like 4,000 or 5,000 seat venues to go and turn up with a prawn cracker saying Bosch. I mean, the world's gone mad, but I'm all for it. And if he wins here, we're going to put him on the undercard of the Liam Paro show in Australia. Yeah. And it's incredible.
What a wicked incentive that is. You mentioned ticket sales. Joshua Dubois, where are we at now?
About 80,000.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that once we get to 90, I believe His Excellency is going to try and push for that 100,000 number. I expect to get there. Incredible so far. It's going to be an unbelievable night.
Have they actually been sold to punters, those tickets? 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, there was a lot of people online saying that ticket groups will just collectively buy a certain amount
No,
and then
some
resell the value.
hospitality companies will buy. Now that's their job, so they'll go out and buy tickets. We weren't involved in the ticket selling process for Riyadh season, but you know they've been sold, and 80,000, I believe, just under so far.
WBC have approved Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios. Just your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think that Manny's well within the rights to fight. Like, I don't think when people talk about, but sometimes they go on about Manny Pacquiao like he's like this guy who all of a sudden can't lace up a pair of gloves. I mean, he's not the fighter that he once was, of course, but
He's not of the Mike Tyson mould in the
I
Jake
mean,
Paul
that's
situation.
exactly
right,
what
yeah.
I was going to say. But also, is he good enough? Has he I say earned the right? Because I guess he's earned the right to do whatever he wants. But to fight for the WBC world title, I don't know. I mean, look, Marios Barrios is not Boots Ennis, so it's not as brutal maybe to watch. But Manny Pacquiao could probably beat most people outside of the top 20 in the welterweight division. So, but I guess till we see him in the ring in that kind of competition, we won't really know.
I spoke to Conor on the phone the other day, and he was devastated about the fact that he believes he should be fighting for the WBC world title. Could there be a roundabout way where we actually get him?
Yeah, I
Manny
mean,
Pacquiao
if
for
he
the world
wasn't
title? They
banned,
come face to
if he
face.
wasn't banned, he would have fought for the welterweight title. In all honesty, but you know, when that ban or suspension was lifted, the Barrios fight wasn't quite there because really we need to do that fight in the UK. But once it's resolved with UKAD and we get that date, maybe Barrios is a fight that we look for.
Do you know who we didn't speak about yesterday?
Who?
Bam Rodriguez.
Yeah,
So
unbelievable. I mean,
good.
this kid's just getting started, honestly. He's 25 years old, 24 years old. Top 5 pound for pound. Like, he's got so much more to give in the sport. He's got so many more levels to go to. I think this kid is, you know, our stable is incredible right now in America and globally as well, but he's right up there, top fighter.